Hi there. Look, you can actually see all of my face because it's a recording. So now you know that I actually have a mouth and lips. Isn't that nice to know? We're going to take a few, oops, going the wrong way. There we go. See, also, you know it's really me because I make mistakes. We're going to take a few minutes and we're going to talk about COVID safety and at-home learning days. So first of all, remember to wear your mask at all times, and the mask should be worn over your nose and mouth. The other day when I was at physical therapy, there was a little second grader and she had her mask up over her eyes. While it was really cute, it probably wouldn't work very well here because if you have your mask up over your eyes, you're going to fall asleep or you're going to fall down the stairs if you're trying to walk around with it over your eyes. So just keep it over your nose and mouth. COVID-19 safety tip number 2. Remember to use the hand sanitizer upon entering and exiting the classroom. I wonder what language it is on this hand sanitizer. Also, remember to maintain social distancing of 6 feet when moving around in the classroom. And we wanted to just finish this up by saying how excited we are to have you back in the building, and we're ready to teach you. We need your help to make sure we can continue to be learning in the building by following all COVID-19 safety rules. Now, I just wanted to say, if I remind you to follow a safety protocol, please just respectfully do so. Don't think that I'm trying to be mean or a jerk to you. I'm just trying to keep you safe. And so it would mean a lot to me if you would listen and not argue. And remember that each of us has struggled through this pandemic, and each of us is concerned in our own ways. So you might be really worried about one aspect that your neighbor thinks is really silly, and they might be worried about something that you think is silly, but let's respect each other and be kind. And really, even more than that, I've noticed that during this whole pandemic, you have to work hard to be patient with people because everybody gets stressed out more easily than they did before. So let's keep in mind, be safe and considerate and be kind always. Our little Laramie High School mantra. Here's some tips for at-home learning. Now, if I were you and I were doing online learning, and I've done a lot of online classes and been very successful at them. So some things that I did, first of all, I created a schedule for my independent/virtual days. And I asked myself things like, what time am I going to get up? And then I would block out time for each class and make sure that you schedule breaks, lunch, snacks, TV, phone time, etc. And then lastly, ask yourself, when am I going to be done for the day? Some things to consider while you're doing this are, first of all, what time of the day do you work the best? So you want to schedule schoolwork for those times. For example, I'm a morning person, so I'd probably want to get all of my schoolwork done in the morning. What time of day is it hard to focus? Make sure that you schedule breaks for those times. For example, I always get really tired right after lunch and I want to take a nap, so I would probably take a break right after lunch. Do you have other obligations at home that will take time from your day? For example, do you have to watch your younger brothers and sisters, or do you have to take care of animals? So make sure that you block those things in as well. Here's some more tips for at-home learning. Create a workspace for yourself. Make sure that you have all of your materials in that space, and make sure that you have all of your, oh, I just totally blanked that up. Make sure you have space to have all of your materials. So you want to have it be a pretty good size space, and then make sure you have all your necessary materials so you don't have to just keep getting up and getting stuff all the time, because that will take away from your work time. And some things to consider are, what room or place in your house will have the fewest distractions? Will you be tempted to turn on the TV or take a nap? Then it's probably not a good place, right? And where will you be comfortable and yet focused? Your bed may not be the best workspace if you're like me, because I would fall asleep if I were working in my bed. It's really comfortable and I would want to lay down and take a snooze. So what should I do if I have questions on independent days? First of all, remember that you can check resources on Canvas. And another thing that is also really good to do is Google it, because I have found that there's all sorts of information about Canvas out there, and also how to do things on Google if you just search for in the search engine and look up the answer. The second thing that you could do is you could check in with one of your classmates or friends who's in the same class to see if they understand what you're supposed to do. And also you could email me, or remember, if it's during my planning period, you can do a quick pop into my Zoom room and we can have a conversation about it. So those are all things that you can do if you have questions on your independent days. One more thing I wanted to tell you is, like in the evening and on weekends, I may not check my email and messages as often as I will during the day. So if I don't get back to you right away, don't panic. It just probably means that I'm busy doing something, and I'll get back to you soon. Well, I hope that this has answered all of your questions, but if you have any other questions or concerns for me, or you want any help figuring out how to work online, just give me a call, or we can chat in class or via Zoom, whatever works best for you. Take care.